And if you go to these places, you meet people like this. This is a guy called Wanderson. At the age of 14, in common with many 14-year-olds in the Brazilian education system, he dropped out of school. It was boring. And Wanderson instead went into what provided kind of opportunity and hope in the place that he lived, which was the drugs trade. And by the age of 16, with rapid promotion, he was running the drugs trade in 10 favelas. He was turning over $200,000 a week. He employed 200 people. He was going to be dead by the age of 25, and luckily he met this guy, who is Rodrigo Baggio, the owner of the first laptop to ever appear in Brazil. 1994, Rodrigo started something called CDI, which took computers donated by corporations, put them into community centers in favelas, and created places like this. What turned Wanderson around was technology for learning that made learning fun and accessible. Or you can go to places like this. This is Kibera, which is the largest slum in East Africa. Millions of people living here, stretched over many kilometers. And there I met these two, Azra on the left, Maureen on the right. They just finished their Kenyan Certificate of Secondary Education. That name should tell you that the Kenyan education system borrows almost everything from Britain circa 1950, but has managed to make it even worse. So there are schools in slums like this. There are places like this. That's where Maureen went to school. They're private schools. There are no state schools in slums. And the education they got was pitiful. It was in places like this. This is a school set up by some nuns in another slum called Mukuru. Half the children in this classroom have no parents because they've died through AIDS. The other half have one parent because the other parent has died through AIDS. So the challenges of education in this kind of place are not to learn the kings and queens of Kenya or Britain. They are to stay alive, to earn a living, to not become HIV positive. The one technology that spans rich and poor in places like this is not anything to do with industrial technology. It's not to do with electricity or water. It's the mobile phone. Or you can go to places like this. This is a place called the Madangiri Settlement Colony, which is a very developed slum about 25 minutes outside New Delhi, where I met these characters who showed me around for the day. The remarkable thing about these girls, and the sign of the kind of social revolution sweeping through the developing world, is that these girls are not married. And the reason they carry on studying is not because they went to a school like this. This is a private school. This is a fee-paying school. This is a good school. This is the best you can get in Hyderabad in Indian education. The reason they went on studying was this. This is a computer installed in the entrance to their slum by a revolutionary social entrepreneur called Sugata Mitra, who has conducted the most radical experiments showing that children in the right conditions can learn on their own with the help of computers. So if you look, as I did, through this tour, and by looking at about 100 case studies of different social entrepreneurs working in these very extreme conditions, look at the recipes that they come up with for learning. They look nothing like school. What do they look like? Well, education is a global religion, and education plus technology is a great source of hope. You can go to places like this. This is a school 3 hours outside Sao Paulo. Most of the children there have parents who are illiterate. Many of them don't have electricity at home, but they find it completely obvious to use computers, websites, make videos, so on and so forth. When you go to places like this, what you see is that education in these settings works by pull, not push.